Welcome to Jimmy G's Anomaly, the podcast. Appearing on today's show is Dave Edwards. Dave is the lead singer, songwriter, and guitarist for the Detroit band The Look. The Look are credited with being the first band from Detroit with videos on MTV. The band was inducted into the Michigan Rock and Roll Legends Hall of Fame in 2015. They've toured all over the U.S. and Canada and have opened for many of music's biggest acts. He's released 9 solo albums and is a 2023 Detroit Music Award winner, a 14-time Detroit Music Award nominee, and also the lead singer of the Dave Edwards Band. Being in the music industry for more than 45 years, Dave has had a highly notable music career and has helped define Detroit Rock City. We are honored to have him in the studio to talk about everything music. So sit back and enjoy the podcast. Now your host, Jim Lezak.
We're grooving.
Yes, we are. I'm really stoked, really stoked today. And I'm so stoked that I wore my red rock royalty handkerchief because in the studio we have a very special guest of mine. In my opinion, maybe one of the most relevant icons in rock and roll in Detroit music since the 1980s, where in, I believe it was 1977, he was forging with the kiss of fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Edwards. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for having me, man.
My pleasure. Oh,
Thanks for having me.
So glad that you're on. So, Dave, man, really cool to have you here. We could talk probably for 3 hours about your career, which has been 45 years in the industry, right?
Yeah. Actually, I was in a band called Tantrum in '74, so it's probably 50 years by now. But that's all right.
I like that name too.
Tantrum.
Yeah.
We recorded we recorded some stuff, but it's never been released.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a recording engineer in your life, Mark Stebbins.
Mark Stebbins, yeah.
Tell us about Mark and how he played a role in breaking you.
Well, Mark Stebbins and Stefan Graff brought Don Brewer to...
Don Brewer.
Yeah, Don Brewer, the drummer for Grand Funk. He brought him to the Second Chance in Ann Arbor because they heard about us. And after meeting us and everything, you boys want to come up to the Swamp and record some music? And we're like, what's the Swamp? Oh, it's Grand Funk Studio on Mark Farner's farm. So... that's how I met Mark. Mark just came to the gig. He lives in California now. He was nominated for a Grammy for engineering John Mellencamp's, I forget, the Hurt So Good album, that album that had that song on it.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, he was Grammy nominated. He's a good guy, and that's how we met him. Stefan Graff does lights. As a matter of fact, when I was playing a festival downtown, the Motor City Muscle Festival, which was supposed to be annual.
Yeah.
He only did one time, but Stefan Graff was doing the lights, and he through the monitor said to me, "Hey, you still can't sing, boy." I'm going, who is this? And I recognize his voice right away. Yeah, Stefan Graff.
Well, Brewer himself is a legendary drummer, and not just Grand Funk Railroad, the legendary Bob Seger, who you're a friend with, right? A personal friend?
I don't know if I'm a friend with. I've played with Seger like 3 times, but also we opened for Grand Funk when they got back together.
Nice.
In their hometown, in Flint. I think it was.
Was that when Rudy Sarzo? Did Rudy Sarzo, the bassist, join them at that point?
No, there was a bass player. I can't remember his name. Grant West?
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong about that.
Yeah. But you were broke in 1981 with one of my favorite songs. It says, preparing for the show, my wife heard the song. She goes, "I love that song." And I go, "Yeah, that's Dave Edwards. He's going to be on the show."
That was recorded at Grand Funk Studio.
Oh, it's such a great song. It's got such great guitar on it. And
Sammy Warren.
So I have to tell you, it holds the distinction of being one of the first music videos from the Detroit city. Not Madonna, not Bob Seger, not Kid Rock, not the MC5. not anyone else but The Look.
Yeah.
And it's a song called "We're Gonna Rock," right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How did that happen? How did you get into the video before really anybody knew to do videos? And,
I used
television?
to see the English bands. They would always be on Ready, Steady, Go, or some of these, just like the Motown people. They always went on TV shows, and then later on they take the video. So I got the idea from I don't know how we hooked up with the company that did it. That was recorded in Canada.
Really? In Toronto?
No. We did You Can't Sit Down in Toronto. But
Okay.
the other song was recorded in London, Ontario, a club called Fryfogels. And I hear from people every once in a while that keep saying, we were there that night, you guys were doing a video, and I don't know. So
That's really cool. Did you have a record label at that point?
no, we would go to New York. First of all, We're Gonna Rock was on the radio, 1978. It was a cassette, and the stations around played it.
Yeah. Well, it's a great song. It deserves to be played.
Well, it's funny because it wasn't put out. It was just on the radio. And Johnny B used to tell me, you guys are missing out on some record sales here. You should have released it on a record or a single at least, and we didn't. But the reason why we didn't.
You mean this guy right here?
Oh yeah, that guy right there. Yeah.
Johnny B. He's one of the best drummers around Detroit. He was just on Alice Cooper's Detroit album.
Yeah, he was on that.
You are connected with so many cool people.
Yeah, he's been on my records. He wrote on my first solo album. He wrote a song and got McCarty to play it. So I got Johnny B and Jim McCarty on my first album. It's called Jenny in a Silhouette. And McCarty said after he was done recording, he said, we had a lot of luck with a girl named Jenny. Jenny, take a ride.
Oh yeah, how cool is that?
That was pretty funny to say that.
So, for those of you that don't know, this was one of the first songs on Television, MTV, The Look, We're Gonna Rock, 1981.
Don't you sit on your ass, don't you be no fool. We're gonna rock. How about you?
That is We Are Gonna Rock by The Look. Again, that was 1981. And Dave, who is pictured here? This is the album cover for We're Gonna Rock.
Yeah, on the left, far left is John Sarkeesian. Next to him is Randy Volan, and that's me, Dave Edwards, and then Rick Cochran and Sammy Warren.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, that song was recorded at Grand Funk Studio in June of 1978. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, and I said we gave a cassette to some, I think Steve Costan and Doug Podell.
Yeah.
And these guys played it. They put it on a cart. It wasn't even available,
Yeah.
And they were playing it all the time, right next to, back in the golden age of Detroit radio when they were playing local bands next to big bands.
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, I got a quote here. It says, Dave Edwards epitomizes the best elements of classic Detroit soul, garage, and straight-up rock and roll by Steve Costin.
Yeah. Steve's very cool.
Yeah, so in the video, you guys are walking around...
London, Ontario.
Yeah. So how did that come? How did that come to be?
I don't know. Our manager Bruce Lorfeld, he could probably tell you better. He and I just reconnected, and I think it was a company out of Toronto called Stereo Vision, and I don't know how they hooked up with us, but we ended up doing two videos. Actually, there's a video for Memories, but I haven't seen it, and there was a video for Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, but I haven't seen those. But
yeah,
they did. Yeah, they come out of Toronto.
So in terms of your journey, after that album, what happened next? You put out 3 albums with The Look, right? The original Look?
Yeah. Well, when the album came out, we played a lot. We recorded the album in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
We're Gonna Rock was in Flint. That's the only song that was recorded in Michigan. The other 9 songs were recorded with a guy named Johnny Sandlin. He produced the Allman Brothers. He produced Delbert McClinton. He produced many people. Cher. We know him as the producer for the Rockets. He produced the Rockets. So the managers, there was Gary Lazar and Bruce Lorfeld. They were managers. Gary managed the Rockets. Bruce managed The Look and a few other bands, Salem Witchcraft and some other bands. But they got together and said, they told Johnny about us, and so Johnny came to center stage one night and sat in the audience and watched us and said, yeah, well, I'll record these guys, are good. So we went down to...
Hell yeah, you guys are great.
Well, in April, it was April to June, we went to, I can't remember the name of the studio, I'll remember it in a second, but we recorded down there, and he was great. I mean, he brought Delbert to the studio one night because Delbert was in town. We had to take off and go see Delbert because him and Delbert were tight. But yeah, that's how we actually financed our own record, trying to get a record deal because we were flying to New York from 79, 80, and 81. We went to New York to showcase because that's what you did back in the day. You would go or have them come see you, record companies I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because that's the way you get signed. And we never did get signed, so we put the record out ourselves.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then after that, we got signed to, it was Quality Records out of Canada, and they had a New York office, so that was with the second album. And the third album, we were on Fantasy, which is Creedence Clearwater Revivals. We spent like 3 to 4 months in California on the last album in '83.
I know in the early 80s, I had a couple friends that, at the time there was a really good friend of mine whose uncle was the vice president of A&M Records in Toronto, and they would test bed a lot of the bands.
We were on A&M in Canada.
Yeah, so that was like normal procedure for them to test you in the Canadian market first, and then if you did well in the Canadian market, they bring you over to the American market, right?
Yeah.
So you had to go through that process yourself?
Yeah, but they never brought, I think because We're Gonna Rock had been on the radio for 3 years, that they didn't,
That's a great song. I mean, it still stands alone today, man.
Oh, yeah.
I have to tell you, I was preparing for the show. I listened to it like four or five times, cranking it up, because that guitar is very blistering. What's the name of the guitar player?
Sammy Warren.
Yeah.
He was in the Rockets for a minute. He was Rusty Day. Rusty Day was a singer of Cactus. He had his own band.
Yeah, that's with Jimmy McCarty, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Him and, I think Sammy was in the band for about 6 months.
Yeah.
He was John Fraga, their bass player. They were roommates.
Yeah. Are you and Jim good friends? Jim McCarty?
You know, it's funny because I'm playing with him September 5th.
Oh, nice.
At US 12. It's a club in Wayne. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go there and sing a couple songs.
Well, since we're talking about it, let's talk about upcoming 2025 Southeast Michigan live shows. We've got you August 28th. You're going to be doing a rare solo appearance in New Baltimore.
I started doing that this year.
It's an upscale dive bar?
Yeah. No, not just the bar, but playing solo. I don't usually do that. I mean, it's a little scary when you don't have a band and you're used to being in a band for 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, when you go up there solo, you're naked, man. You know?
Oh, yeah.
But I had fun. The 1 October, Octopus's Beer Garden.
We love that place.
That's a great place. I'm playing there, too.
I know. It's one of...
August 14th.
That is... Octopus Beer Garden. If you haven't been there and you're in Southeast Michigan, you need to go. We had our family in town from Sicily, and we took them there. And after
really?
Yeah. After they went back home, my wife asked them what was your favorite time, and they said Octopus Garden.
In the Italian accent.
Yeah, I love them. I miss them so much. Yeah. So the original look about 3 years.
Well, we were together from till 85 when I left. Well, actually 86. I left to go into a band called RH Factor because the look wasn't playing that much, and I was married and had a kid, and so got to have money. And if the band's not playing, you get in a band that's going to make some money and play a lot. I mean, I used to play 6 nights a week with RH. The look did in the early days too, but.
So was RH Factor a Christian band? Because you guys did a really, really big gig. And in fact, I have to tell you this. Out of all the musicians in the world, only 3, popular artists have performed for a Pope John Paul II. And one of them was Mr. Edwards. And the other 2, Dave, were?
Bob Dylan and Aretha Franklin.
So you're in some pretty good company.
Yeah, I think maybe U2 might be in there. I could be wrong about that, but there's only 4. I mean, there was a priest that we used to hang out with, and he ended up being in charge of the entertainment, and he got us the gig. You guys want to play for the Pope? And we're going, what?
Oh my gosh! Yeah. I would have just like.
Well, John Paul likes rock and roll. He wants to get the young people into the Catholic Church.
Are you serious? Did he really say? He likes rock and roll?
That's what we were told by this guy that got us the gig. You know, and I mean, if he likes rock and roll, you found a good band. You know.
Oh man, hallelujah! What was it like?
The night before, we got to go in and we ran through our stuff, and the Catholic Archdiocese of Detroit had to look at all the lyrics to make sure there wasn't anything that was satanic, or something like that,
Sure.
And then we had to be. I've never had a background check like this thorough, but it was the Secret Service because Vice President.
Yeah, it's a head of state. I mean,
George H.W. Bush was there too, so everybody had to go through those metal detectors, and
Yeah, when you're setting up to play for the top of the Catholic Church, the Pope, right?
Yeah.
How does that work out? What time did you have to get to the Mass? Was it like at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. or something? What time did you have to get to the stadium?
I think we played it. It was live on TV too.
Yeah, I know. I watched it.
There are some video on my website of it, but it was about 11 in the morning, I think, and we had played already six nights.
And it was sold out, right?
Well, it was the biggest crowd ever at the Silverdome.
I was over 83,000 people or something.
93.
93,000 people. You played for 93,000 people.
I'm not sure that they were all there when we were playing, but there was a good 25.
That is so cool.
There's a good maybe 20 or 30,000 when we were playing. Absolutely.
I have to imagine that is a pretty high blessing to have played for Pope John Paul. He's one of my favorites actually, and I remember.
I'm not even Catholic, and
so
I thought it was cool. And a lot of people would poo-poo it and go, "Yeah, why'd you do that?" And I say, "Hey, it's historic."
Not me. I think it's a big deal. I got this song here I want to play, and I want you to tell me about it because you're just so connected with like really, really, really great people. Tell us about this song.
Well, this is Jimmy Bones. my friend from Kid Rock's band, the Twisted Brown Trucker Band. I asked Jimmy to play this, and my wife actually suggested I do this song. But I used to do this song with Dave Gilbert of the Rockets when we meet up in a club, to have a few drinks. They'd ask us to get up on the stage, so we'd always do this song. But lately, I just heard that my friend Jimmy has got ALS, which is a terrible, horrific disease. And Kid Rock played tribute to him last week, and so did a lot of the fans showed up for Jimmy's gig. July 31st. It was in Milford.
Yeah,
and Kid Rock.
Yeah, it was. Was that Milford Memories, or was just one of the concerts at the amphitheater?
Yeah, it's a Fontaine Theater.
Yeah, it's really nice too. It's really nice. Yeah,
I've seen those kind of theaters. We play outdoors in the summer. I've never played in Milford except for a bar called the Red Dog.
Yeah, I think I saw him on stage with Tino G.
Tino was there, and Cracker, Uncle Cracker was there.
Nice. And Kid Rock, did Kid Rock get on stage?
Yeah, they all got on stage and did Not Follow Me, because I love that song, but they did the one by Dobie Gray. Give me the beat to my soul.
Oh, wow. So
they did it really
let's
good.
Just give this just a quick listen here, because there's so much to talk about. I just want Jimmy Bones here to come up a little bit. And that's him playing the piano?
Yeah. He plays keyboards for Kid Rock. This was done at, the video was done at Josh Ford's studio.
Yeah, he's
the
going to be
sound
on
shop
too. Yeah, he's great, man. He's one of the best sound engineers I've ever ran across in my life, and I've been a sound engineer my whole life.
Right.
And,
yeah. I'm glad I met him, because I did that album with him and won a Detroit Music Award.
That's awesome.
In 2023, I think.
Yeah. That's really, really cool with Jimmy Bones, man.
Yeah, we wish Jimmy the best. I mean, I love that guy. I don't know what to say. I mean, when Kid Rock did that tribute down in South Carolina, a friend of ours, Francesca Krause, who's married to, forget his first name right now.
That's okay.
But, Jason. His name is Jason Krause.
Yeah.
Francesca had this video. She had the video of Kid Rock doing a tribute to Jimmy.
Yeah. So, like, going through your bio, after the look, it says, subsequent years brought challenges of the kind that are all too familiar with the story of a rocker. I kind of want to leave Jimmy Bones on, because that's such a sad story that he has ALS, and I just want to say that, we're going to offer some prayers for
everybody donate to ALS.
And please give a donation. So many people are being stricken with these debilitating diseases, and it's awful. Jimmy Bones is amazing, and
he's a nice person, great family.
Yeah,
he's got some sweet kids. Dawn and I just love him. We've had him to our house.
Nice.
And,
well, God bless them, and I hope that.
Why do bad things happen to good people?
Oh,
I don't.
It's just
there used to be a book.
Awful.
There's a book my father used to read about why do bad things happen to good people.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I don't understand. As we're talking about the Pope and stuff like that, why the good Lord would allow stuff like that to happen.
Yeah.
But let's get into like the challenges that happened after the look.
Well, like I said, I was married with a child. My son Justin is 40 now. But I had to get out and make some money. But these guys were really good, okay? They did something. They had keyboards all the time, and they had Wayne Konjorski played sax. So we did some really good stuff,
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I got it. I mean, to make the money, too, because they were playing all the time. And I think my manager, Bruce, had something to do with it. The look manager had something to do with putting that band together with me in it. And I didn't really know about it until he mentioned it to me, and we're going to go have a meeting with these people. And I said, okay, all right.
So you've done a lot of really, really cool things. You've toured with John Cougar Mellencamp, Jefferson Starship, The Rockets, Cheap Trick, one of my favorites. I love Cheap Trick.
Well, when they say tour, I mean, we did dates. We didn't actually have a multiple cities with them. It was mainly in Michigan,
Yeah. Who else? J Geils Band, many, many others. Which one? Is there any of those gigs that like really stands out to you in a memory, or something bizarre that happened at any of those gigs, or something that comes to mind that, people that don't know about what happens in rock and roll or the rock and roll industry would like to hear, or just something cool?
I remember one time opening for Al Stewart, the Year of the Cat,
Yeah,
with
I love that
RH,
song.
and he didn't want us to play because we were good. He heard our sound check and went up to the owner of the club, my late friend. His name was Ted Boomer.
Ted
Anyways,
Boomer, okay.
Al Stewart went up to Ted Boomer and said, "Hey, I don't want these guys to play." And
Oh no.
and Ted goes, "If those guys don't play, you're not playing either." So he stuck up for us.
That's awesome.
The Year of the Cat guy. He's still alive and stuff. He was good, but I mean, he didn't want to get blown off the stage because we were a pretty good band.
So is it true that when you're playing these big venues for these big bands, that they won't give you the full PA? Have you heard
true.
that term? They won't give you the full PA
Unless they played with you before and they like you.
Unless
they'll
they
give you everything.
Because Derek Genza was on the show and he said they warmed up for Night Ranger and Night Ranger was great. They gave him the full PA.
Right.
And have you ever had any bands that that didn't give you? Did he give you the full PA, or did they give you like reduced volume?
What, Al Stewart?
Yeah, not as much punch.
No, that was a club. That wasn't a.
Oh.
I mean, that was in Canada, and Ted Boomer owned this club with his brother Kenny.
Oh, okay.
But in the big gigs, yeah, there's a lot of bands that are like the J Geils Band. They gave us everything because I met their manager in New York when we were there trying to get a record deal. I met Jim Donnelly in New York, so he said, "Yeah, we love you guys."
Well, I got this picture I'm showing up here.
Oh yeah.
Pine Knob. What year was this? Parking 250. I'm going to guess this was in the early 80s.
1980. 1980. It was July. I can remember it because it was like July 20th, 1980.
Oh man, how cool is that? What was the first time you played your hometown, Detroit, big Pine Knob?
The first time I played Pine Knob was a talent contest that the Old Compress put on.
Okay.
And it was hosted by, God, I'm forgetting people's names here.
It's okay. 45-year career, there's a lot of names to remember,
Yeah. But anyways, I came in like fourth out of like 200 people. And
Wow.
Jackie Kalen.
Was it a large crowd?
Yeah, it was a pretty good crowd.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure when you played Geils that
Oh, yeah.
it was sold out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I remember those run of shows in the 80s. Geils was like the biggest thing happening in Detroit. And
Besides Seeger, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Bob would always sell out multiple nights.
Yeah, I know. It's so cool. So what was the feeling when you walked out on stage at the Knob, and sold out J Geils? Did you get nervous, wobbly knees, anything?
I probably had a few drinks before I went out there, that's for sure. Calm my nerves.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got some pictures here. There's a picture here. Where's this at? A birthday party?
No, this was at Bob Monteleone's house.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the basement, we did a video for the Bell Islanders, which is a reggae band I've been involved with since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
They
Nice.
used to be in a band called Black Market.
Okay.
Bob and Mitch.
I got some pictures of you with some big shooters here. You got.
Oh, look at Kid Rock. That backstage at Bob Seger, Christmas time, maybe. When was that?
Very cool. And then you.
Well, I was there to see Sean Murphy.
Oh yeah.
Because Sean and I did a duet. Sean played on a Look album.
Nice. She sings. She's one of the three female singers for Bob Seger as well.
Her and Bob share the same birthday.
Oh, how cool is that? And she's got a pretty nice career going on for her right now in Nashville.
Yeah, she's been there. Dawn and I had dinner with her, but we were there to. I was going to pitch my album or my idea. We need to do this song. It was "Soul Deep" by the Box Tops. I like that song, so we did a duet. It's really good.
Yeah, and then we got another picture here of you with
The Whackmaster.
the Whackmaster.
I saw him. We played Doug Podell's roast. They roasted Doug Podell over there in.
Oh yes, that's very close to where I live over there at the Polish Cultural Center.
Yeah, Polish Cultural Center, and Ted showed up.
That's so cool. How good of him to do that.
Yeah, he
Very
showed
cool.
up.
Yeah, his drummer is a really good drummer from Detroit as well, Jason Hartless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got.
Oh, Jason did that album. I'm on that album with Ted and Mark Farner, and Bittersweet Alley. All these bands were on.
Oh, Bittersweet Alley, Toby Red, and The Look.
Yeah.
Were No offense to any of the other bands of that era, because there was a lot of really great ones. Flash Cahan, Doug Cahan,
Doug Cahan's in
Teen Angels.
Teen Angels, yeah.
So many good bands in the 80s. I think the Detroit music scene in the 80s was just surreal.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, we used to freak out, man. You'd hear the look, and then you hear John Lennon right after it. And I'd be going, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really. And then we got another picture here with another superstar.
Oh, look at that guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to show this one. That is
Johnny B.
Johnny B. Badanchek.
Yeah.
He has a pretty noteworthy career too.
Oh,
He's played on
Jesus.
so many songs.
He should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Mitch.
I think he is, isn't he?
No, not yet. Not yet. He should be in there with Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. That's what he should be in, and they haven't put him in. I don't know why they haven't put Mitch Ryder in. I mean, really, think about it.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that are a little torqued off at the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because
we've been there. Dawn and I went with Costan once with a bunch of CSX listeners, and these Canadians were bringing in beer, and it's 7:00 in the morning, and they're getting on this bus, and we're going to Cleveland, and they're drinking beer, and they got shots, Jello shots, and.
Oh man! So I just before we get off of RH Factor, I just wanted to close with one thing. What does RH Factor mean? I was thinking maybe it's the blood type.
Well, it was Rick Hall. It was Rick Hall Band, and they got some of the music on YouTube. They do have some there, but Rick Hall. I was supposed to be in the band with Rick, but he decided he didn't want to, stick around. But it was Jimmy Longo, Wayne Kenjiorski. Larry Banner, and Dave Aubin.
You have played with so many people. I noticed that you have a music video with maybe one of the most decorated DMA performers ever, Jill Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got about 40.
Yeah. I guess I
love her.
She's really amazing. Who was it? Somebody was saying that they implemented the Jill Jack rule for the DMAs. Do you know what that is?
You know, it's funny. After I won this thing, there's no more Detroit Music Awards. It's now Michigan Music Awards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the Detroit Music Awards. Maybe somebody can call in after they see this show and say, hey, Jimmy, this is what happened.
Well, isn't the famous Detroit lawyer, was it Howard
Hurts?
Howard Hurts. Doesn't he run the whole thing or no?
I've been to Howard. I know Howard a little bit. Mm-hmm. I had to go get my award from him, my little statue.
Yeah. That's so cool.
But I don't know. I've talked to a few people about it, and they say it's the Michigan Music Awards now.
Okay.
So
well, let's show this video. It's pretty cool. It's got some Detroit icons on it. I think Bob Botaniello is on this as well.
But the Lord just boom on you, and now you need a
That's Bob Monteleone playing
Bob
the slide.
Monteleone.
Monteleone. I'm sorry for butchering his name. I saw him at the sound shop when you got hopped up on stage over there with Josh Ford.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Where did you guys film this at?
Josh's. We go into the studio in Josh's studio.
Oh, nice.
If you notice that. And Bob, he plays in a band. He's got a lot of things going on, but he's in a band called the Winestone Cowboys.
Yeah.
And he plays pedal steel.
Yeah, he's going to come on the show too as well.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love this. Who shot it for you?
Her name was Emily. I can't remember her last name. She went back to her maiden name. I don't want to talk about personal stuff, but she got a divorce.
Oh, okay,
but
yeah.
Emily, it's a Polish name, I think.
Yeah. Who's playing bass?
That's Jim Majarian. He was in Black Market with Bob.
Yeah, he used to work at Guitar Center over there in Southfield. No, in Canton.
Canton, right.
Yeah. I remember going in there and buying a slide from him when I picked up the slide guitar. I like that.
Yeah,
you guys.
And Josh there?
Yeah, that is so cool. That's the Sound Shop Studios. Since 2004, you launched a solo career, and you have more than 8 albums.
Yeah, I got 10.
Okay, and so your most recent one, I'm going to put up on the screen here.
Yeah,
is this one, right?
Yeah, every time I roll the dice, it's tribute to Delbert McClinton.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh produced it and got his band to play on it. We got horns from Keith Kaminsky. Yeah, he's part of the Motor City Horns, I believe.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
We're going to be playing, Josh and I are going to be playing with Pat Smiley and Greg Nagy at the Caju Cafe on September 1st.
And we're showing it right there. I have it circled in the black and white circle there.
Yeah.
Motor City Josh, big band starring Pat Smiley, who was just in here the other day.
Yeah.
He's the next show, and then you're after that.
Oh,
We're
cool.
gonna hear him. Then you got a show coming up on September 5th with Mart's Radio and Jim McCarty.
Yeah.
And
he's going to play We're Gonna Rock, if you can believe that. That's what they told me.
Oh,
so it's going to
cool.
be him and the guys on playing We're Gonna Rock. And then we're going to do Lucille.
And then 3 consecutive gigs at Octopus Beer Garden in Mount Clemens. Like I said earlier, if you haven't been there, you need to go. Here's a cool picture of you guys playing at the Stray Cat Lounge. I recognize that right away, the carpet.
Yeah.
You know, the owner.
Jackie, we used to play.
She's really cool.
Yeah, we used to play there. She had another bar called Robustos. It was in Grosse Pointe Woods. We used to play there a lot. I mean... Yeah, my buddy Jeff Amato is in the band, and he knew Jackie, and he got us in there. We used to play there all the time.
Yeah.
And then they had to move out of there, and that's when they got the Stray Cat Lounge.
So you have a band called the Bell Islanders as well?
Yeah, it's a reggae band. We got 2 albums out. Actually, Bob just put out Monteleone. Just put out Greatest Hits. We only have 2 albums, and he put.
I like that a lot. Let's check this out.
Yeah, this is from that.
Where'd you guys film this at?
Well, Bob's house in the basement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know the name of the guy that did it. You might have to ask Bob when he comes in.
You guys look like you're having so much fun, but the sound is just impeccable.
Yeah.
What did you guys use to record it?
I believe it was in Bob's basement. Bob's moved a couple times. He had a studio behind his house called Tree Farm Studios.
I like this. It's a very, very cool tune.
It's about a terrible subject where a lot of people go to jail and they're drug addicted, and so they have them. I guess they rehabilitate them, and they're kicking in the joint. You know, when they're brought in off the street, they're in jail cell and they're kicking heroin, and that's not a pretty sight.
No.
So I don't know where Bob got the idea to do it, but
who's the girl singing? She's got
that's
great
Bob's.
voice.
That's Bob's wife, April.
Oh, nice. How cool.
Yeah.
I met her. She was at the sound shop.
Yeah. Yeah, Bob's playing. His son's playing too now.
Nice. He teaches guitar.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He used to teach it. They had a music store that actually closed. So he's teaching from his house, I believe, or another place. I'm not sure about where he's teaching, but I always recommend him to everybody. He's a great guitarist.
You do a lot of shows in Michigan. How many shows you doing a year? About 40?
Yeah, if I can. This year's been a little, about 19 or 20. Yeah.
What keeps you going?
What keeps me going? I just love playing music.
That's awesome.
I've been playing music most of my life, for probably 3/4 of my life.
This is you. I got on the screen, or on the airwaves here right now. Give Me One Reason.
Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, I love this song, man. When did you do this one?
This was from the first solo album. Bob didn't like this song.
No, why?
I don't know why, but then when he put that little da 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 da.
Yeah. Who? Yeah. So who is that playing?
Bob Monteleone.
Oh, okay. He's a great guitar player.
Yeah. He plays good. He picked up the pedal steel pretty quick too.
That's awesome.
Since 1972, people were confusing me with Dave Edmunds, but there's a guy now. When I changed the name, I was doing solo albums in my name, Dave Edwards, but there was other people named Dave Edwards. So every time my thing would pop up, there'd be all these other people. So I changed my name in like 2011 to the Dave Edwards Band. And guess what? Now there's another guy that's got a band called the Dave Edwards Band.
Yeah, I saw when I was preparing for the show.
I thought I was in the free.
There's about 5 Dave Edwards.
Yeah. So it's really hard to establish a career when people get you confused with 5 other Dave Edwards.
Yeah.
Call my attorneys.
So we got about 10 minutes left.
Right.
What do you see like in terms of music, like for young kids? There's a lot of kids that right now have an interest in music, and they're not sure if they want to go into music because the music scene's a lot different now than it was back in the 80s.
I like this new band called Dirty Honey. They were in town, I think, last night or the night before. They're from Los Angeles, but the guys are all 4 of them just went to Los Angeles and formed a band, and that's a good band.
Yeah.
But now young people don't listen to rock and roll as much as I think they should.
Right.
They listen to, I don't know. They're not listening to, they're listening to Beyonce. Not that Beyonce is bad. I like Beyonce. But they're not listening, there's not a lot of young rock and roll bands. Greta Van Fleet might be a good one. I like those guys. Bob played with them at Arts, Beats, and Eats.
Nice.
When they were really little. I mean, they were 15 and 16.
I saw them at the Fillmore Theater. I think when their first album broke. I think they tracked that at Rust Belt Studios.
Marlon Young from Kid Rock produced that album.
Oh, nice.
Marlon Young, yeah.
How did that work out? Do you know the details behind that?
No, but I did ask Marlon one time at a party. I said, "Can you make me sound like Greta Van Fleet?" he just laughed.
So what?
They sound like Led Zeppelin, but I like them.
Oh yeah. Robert Plant. He was in a interview, and they asked him about these guys that may sound like him. And he said, "Yeah. Do you have any advice for him?" He said, "Just make sure they dress right."
What, open shirt like he always used to have? I mean, come on.
Got to have the classic pose. What is this? This is one of your albums right here. The Red Light Is On.
This was recorded at Henry Ford College. This is live, right straight to a record. There's a couple of little mistakes on it, but other than that, it's pretty cool. WHFR. Yeah, the red light is on. That's what the name is. The red light's on to record. So.
Yeah, this is a cool photo of you guys at the Token Lounge, right, in Westland, Michigan?
Yeah, I can't. It might be the John O'Leary.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend John O'Leary got murdered.
That is such a tragedy.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to O'Leary? That was just crazy.
He had a guy that was rooming with him in Highland Park, and I don't know. I can't really say, but I do know. About a year before that gig, he came to see me when I was playing in my little hometown of New Haven now. We do, they have a summer festival, and we've done a few of them, but John showed up out of the blue. And then a year or two later, he got murdered. I mean, that was just...
Yeah, he was a...
But that picture, I think that was from the concert. We also donated money to the Oxford, Oxford High School. They shot those 4 guys. I'm friends with some of the people. Tate.
Yeah, all these tragedies, and somehow music gets us through this. You know? This is an image of you playing a cool outdoor gig. Where is this? And who
This is Canton. This is Canton. There's Dawn in there too.
Oh, that's the outdoor park there in downtown?
It rained that day, and we were under a thing, but it started raining, and everybody put up their things. I said, we're not going anywhere if you aren't. So we didn't really get hit that bad. We just moved our equipment in a little bit under the cover there.
Yeah, and then we got this one right here.
That was downtown playing, I think, maybe Dickie Betts.
Okay.
With Dickie Betts from the Allman Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the show.
And then this looks like you're playing at a festival.
This was Freedom Hill. Or not Freedom Hill. Not Freedom Hill.
It looks like Deli in the Alley or something like that.
No, it's Dream Cruise.
Oh, Woodward Dream Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that looks
and
like
Jill,
Woodward, yeah.
Jill was playing before us.
Jill Jack?
Yeah.
Nice. I'd like to have her on the show.
Well,
I don't have no idea how to get a hold of her. Maybe you could drop my name.
Just look at her website. It'll tell you how to cop.
Yeah, absolutely.
JillJack.com or something, right?
This picture I wanted to bring up. This is at Harmony Park, I'm gonna guess, because of the Detroit logo.
This is we all did a song called "You Got a Friend." Mm-hmm. It's multiple. Bones is on that one. Let's see who else is on that.
Well,
Stuart Frankie is on that. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I heard about he passed away.
Yeah, Stuart Frankie's on that one. Jill is on it. Jeff Scott and Jimmy Bones played. I sang on it. Carolyn Striho.
Oh, nice. She's a big name too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Carolyn.
Yeah, you're connected with all of the major players.
Well, I don't know if they really. I don't really know a lot of those people that.
Yeah.
Like we meet in those kind of situations.
Yeah.
You meet in the studio. So how friendly can you get?
Right. Do you know Mark and Brian Pastoria?
Oh, real well.
Yeah.
Mark. He's a Grammy Award winner for Aretha. You know that, right? He's got two.
Isn't that amazing?
But he did a song with me called "Love Can Help."
Nice.
And it was on my Best of Dave record, where I put. Dawn wanted to have all these songs. She said, "You should make a record with all your songs, just you, just the ones that you've written." Mm-hmm. So that's the Best of Dave. But Mark did "Love Can Help." Jimmy Bones is on that too.
Mark and Brian, they were in a couple big hitting bands back in the early '80s too. Adrenaline and
DC Drive.
DC Drive, yeah. Which one was your favorite of the two?
I like both bands actually.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
I knew all the guys. And
didn't they? They suffered some tragedy too. They lost their singer, right?
Mark Gilbert.
Yeah.
Dave Gilbert's younger brother.
Yeah. Did you play with Dave Gilbert and Mark Gilbert? Didn't you? I saw a video online. Was it Dave Gilbert was singing with you?
Oh yeah. We were doing the Fine Foods Festival and Dave came, he had been out of the Rockets.
He was singing Lucille with
you. And I was like, what are you doing here? There's like tons of people there, and we were playing the Fine Foods Festival, and I said, come on up and sing, man.
It's an epic performance, man. That was really good.
Yeah, I was pretty hoarse that day. I've probably been playing a lot. He came up and like smoked me.
Do you ever try to produce yourself? Do you have a recording studio at home?
Yeah, I got a studio. I mean, I have a little 8-track, and then I have a 60 or 24-track.
Nice. So you're using.
But I don't use them that much, you know, because I got Josh. Why?
So when you got Josh, you don't really need anything else.
I know.
The 16-track you said, is it 16 or 24-track?
A 24.
24-track.
Yeah.
Is it Otari? Who's it?
It's an old. I mean, now that technology, it's what do they call those workstations?
Yeah.
A DAW.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's an actual 24-track board. I've only used it a few times. I bought it a long time ago, and I wanted to set it up in my basement, but it's,
Yeah.
I got my little 8-track. If I get an idea, I just throw it on my 8-track. Or I have a microphone that records, too.
Yeah. So what do you have planned for the near future? You got these gigs that we showed.
Yeah.
Are you heading back in the studio? Do you plan to do
Josh and I, we're gonna record something here in September. He's so busy, you got to, make it. I made these appointments, a couple months ago.
Yeah. Well, I know he's been running sound for a lot of events.
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne just passed away, and I have to say, Ozzy was a big part of my musical life.
We saw Ozzy. My best friend Mo Hagedorn, he's my late friend. He was working for Disturbed, and the Ozfest came through town, so he got us in. We saw Ozzy. He was jogging with one of his bodyguards. He looked like he was going to fall over dead there. I mean, this is 20 years ago.
Wow.
He was just running.
I just think it's.
I used to watch the Osbournes, that show they had on.
My favorite scene is when he's out in the backyard, and I know it wasn't staged. It's just.
He's looking for his cat.
Oh my God.
He's looking for the cat. Then we can't find. He's got Sharon.
Oh, it's one of the funniest, coolest scenes. Are you gonna stick to the same style of music for your next album, or are you gonna do something different? Are you gonna change it up? How does that go? Do you try to?
I already got a lot of the songs. I got 4 of my own on there, and then I have like 6 really cool covers.
Oh, really? So, what type of genre would you say they are?
That's rock and roll.
Yeah.
People say, "What kind of music do you play?" I say, "Rock and roll." What kind is there? What other kind is there? Come on.
Right. I know I was reading a press article about you, and it says the look is a name partly inspired by a wisecrack familiar to the Three Stooges fans.
Oh, look.
Oh, say what it is?
Oh, look. And those guys just say, "Hey, that's kind of a cool name."
Oh, that's.
But then some people think, "Oh, these guys are so cocky. They think they are." Oh, look, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a cocky name. Actually, you think you're the look? Really?
Yeah. Well,
it's just a name, folks. It's just a name.
So out of the 3 bands that you have right now, you've got Dave Edwards and the Look. Mm-hmm. You've got the Dave Edwards Band, right?
Well, that's the other name. You can call it either one.
Okay, and then you have the Bell Islanders.
Bell Islanders, we haven't played in quite a while, but there is a record out right now.
Do you think Bell Islanders are going to do any gigs?
I'd like to, but it's every summer we keep saying we'd be perfect for down by the water, in somebody's marina or somebody's marina bar.
I'm just saying we got about a minute left here. Is there anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to hit on? I mean, we could have covered. With a 45-year career, we could have talked about a lot.
Yeah, we could go for a couple hours, but no, I just want to say I love my wife, Dawn.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. How long have you been married to Dawn?
18 years.
Nice.
18.
And you have 2 children?
Yes, a daughter and a son.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I want to thank you.
You're welcome.
For being on the show.
Thanks for asking me.
I'm really honored that you.
I don't usually do interviews. I get really weird when people say, "You must love talking about yourself." I don't.
No,
I'll talk about my music, but about myself. Bring it to me.
to me.
Well, thank you again.
You're welcome.
I just got to say that I'm really, really stoked to have Dave Edwards here in the studio today.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you. And we're going to have some really cool guests coming up in the near future. The next show we're going to be streaming, you're going to love, and you're going to hopefully like and follow our page. And we'll see you next time on Jimmy G's Anomaly, the podcast.
Thank you for watching the Jimmy G Show podcast. We'd like to thank Dave Edwards for sharing his talent and conversation with us today. Music for this podcast was created by Jimmy G's Anomaly Music Project. If you have a band or are an artist and would like to appear on the show, please reach out to us at the email shown on the screen. We would like to thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoy the show. We'll see you next time, where we'll be shining more light on the Detroit sound and featuring more great Detroit talent. Have a great day.